Demonstrative evidence. It is such an important tool at trial. It is the difference between winning and losing. It can be the difference between a $500,000 verdict and a $5 million verdict. But what do you use? What do you show? And how do you show it? My name is Saul Gruber at Gruber Trial Consulting in Miami, Florida, and we help lawyers all over the country get their cases ready for trial and test demonstrative evidence in focus groups and come up with various ideas about what you really want to show. And what we're seeing is with iPad Trial Pad, with the new app out, iLitigate, all of these opportunities we have to show how smart we are and how great technology we are is making us a lot of times do more than we need to, bombard and overload the jury, which is never a good idea. I mean, as jurors, they can only understand and assimilate so much. If you continue to overload them, you're going to shut them off. So, what I've said in prior of these videos, and I firmly believe, is whatever you show to the jury, it has to sing to them. It has to resonate with them. That picture, those few words, the warning sign has to say to them exactly what you're trying to prove without you opening your mouth. If you have to explain a slide, if you have to explain a concept that you're putting on the actual slide itself, you're lost and you've already lost. So let's talk about that and how do we do that? Well, the first thing we want to figure out is, are we going to put it on a slide so it's on a projector on our TV, or are we going to do the old-fashioned boards? And I think, as many consultants will tell you, a mix is really good. In a recent case that we had, there were a number of fraudulent documents that the defendant produced, about 135. And what we decided to do in the focus group was begin to show them. We purchased the type of easels that go up, so you could put 3 and 4 at a time up. We bombarded that focus group with only 40 large copies or boards, and it blew them away. They got the horrific nature of what was being done, of the fraud being perpetrated, and how it harmed the particular plaintiff. If we had done that digitally, I don't think it would have been as overwhelming. And we tried it. We did numerous types of boards coming at you in 3D, but it never could replicate the sheer volume of amount of evidence that was in the courtroom on a board. By the same token, simple things like safety checklists can be done both by slide and in person. Why in person? Quite often you're going to want key witnesses to check what was done and what wasn't done, then maybe sign it, get it to be in evidence. So there's a lot to be thought of when putting the demonstrative evidence together, whether it should be on a board or whether it should be on the computer, the video, the projector, things of that nature. But what people don't think about is what they're going to say and why. Don't be the person in the seminar that we've all gone to that puts their entire in their PowerPoint as their entire speech, and they in essence use the PowerPoint as their notes. We stop listening after what, 10 seconds? It's got to be very few words. Pick the color. Is it going to be red? Something that's going to jar them, going to grab attention? Is it going to be highlighted? Is it going to be warmer colors? These are all the decisions you make depending on what you're showing them. And the last thing that I really want everybody to think about is when you have that one piece of evidence that is dynamite. And I don't mean that means it's really good. I mean it's literally dynamite. It's going to evoke a reaction. Do you want to continue to show that document over and over again and desensitize the jury, or are you going to show it once? Put it away somewhere else. Put it in an envelope. And anytime you reach for that envelope, let the jury use their mind about what they remember. It can be devastating. We once did that more than once, did that in pressure injury cases in nursing home of pictures of pressure wounds. Horrific pictures. Well, you don't want to keep showing it. And in fact, what we would do is file a motion in limine to be able to show that picture to prospective jurors in voir dire to make sure they could stomach the pictures or understand the pictures. After that, it was a brief showing at trial and never again. It was always in the envelope. And when you had to reach for it, that juror went back in their mind and said, "Oh God, that's a horrible picture." These are the things we want you to think about. And with consultants, we can help you do that. Again, my name is Saul Gruber from Gruber Trial Consulting, and we're here to help. Just give us a call.